My best friend Jonah and I had been hiking all day. The desert looked empty, the kind of empty that tricks you into thinking nothing can be out there. By sunset, we realized we'd gone farther than planned, so we set up camp near a line of trees that shouldn't have felt comforting, but did. That was our first mistake. When night fell, everything went quiet. Not normal quiet, no wind, no bugs. It felt like the world was holding its breath. Jonah joked about skinwalkers. I laughed, even though my chest felt tight. I knew the stories. Everyone did. You don't say their name out loud, you don't whistle at night, and you never, ever follow a voice that sounds like someone you know. Around midnight, I heard footsteps, slow, careful, like something was learning how to walk quietly. "Jonah?" I whispered. He didn't answer. Then I heard my own voice. "Jonah, it's me." My stomach dropped. My mouth was dry. I hadn't spoken. From beyond the firelight, something shifted. I couldn't see it clearly, just a tall shape, standing where no animal should stand. Its eyes reflected the fire, but they didn't blink. Jonah grabbed my arm. "Don't look at it," he whispered. "Whatever it is, don't answer." Then it spoke again. This time, it sounded like Jonah. "Why are you holding him?" it asked, confused, curious. The voice was perfect. Same tone, same rhythm, same everything. That's when I knew. It wasn't pretending to be human, it was practicing. The fire went out. In the dark, we heard breathing, too close. It circled us, moving fast, then slow, then stopping for long stretches like it was waiting for one of us to break. I felt it when it leaned in close. Not a touch, just a pressure in the air, like something studying me. Then it whispered my name, right behind my ear. We ran. I don't remember how we found the trail back. I don't remember falling or hitting the ground. I only remember hearing our voices behind us, mine and Jonah's, calling for help, begging us to stop, laughing when we didn't. We reached the truck just before dawn and drove until the sun was fully up. We didn't talk about it for days. A week later, I got a call from Jonah. I answered. Silence, then breathing. Then my own voice said, very softly, "You left me out there." I dropped the phone. Jonah swears he never called me, but sometimes late at night I hear footsteps outside my window. Slow, careful, like something that remembers me, like something that knows my voice now. I used to think fear came suddenly, like a scream in the dark or something chasing you. I was wrong. Real fear arrives quietly. It sits with you. It pretends to be normal. It started when my cousin Eli and I went out to check my grandfather's old property. The land had been empty for years. Just a trailer, a shed, and miles of desert stretching in every direction. No cell service, no neighbors. My grandfather used to warn us never to wander out there at night. "Some things learn people," he'd say. "Learn how to sound like them." We laughed. That night, we pulled up just before sunset. The place felt off immediately, not abandoned, but aware. Like something noticed us the moment we stepped out of the truck. The wind was calm, no insects, no birds, too quiet. We checked the trailer first. Everything was exactly as it had been years ago. Chairs pushed in, dishes stacked neatly, dust undisturbed. No signs of anyone living there. Then we heard footsteps. Slow, careful, like someone didn't want to be noticed. "Grandpa?" Eli called, half joking. No answer. Then the voice came from the darkness behind the shed. "Eli," it said softly, "come help me." My stomach dropped. My grandfather had been dead for 3 years. Eli froze. I grabbed his arm. "That's not him," I whispered. The voice came again, closer this time. "It's cold out here, why won't you come?" The tone was perfect, gentle, familiar, almost loving, almost. Something was off. The pauses between words were too long, like it was thinking about what to say instead of remembering. We backed toward the trailer, eyes locked on the darkness. A shape stepped forward into the fading light. It looked like my grandfather, same posture, same clothes, but his face didn't move when he smiled. His eyes stared too directly, unblinking, like he'd practiced eye contact but never understood it. "Don't be rude," it said. "I raised you better." My heart pounded so hard I could hear it in my ears. Eli whispered, barely audible, "Why is his voice echoing?" The sound didn't come from his mouth. It came from slightly behind it, like the voice was late catching up with the body. The thing stepped forward, then another. Its face shifted. Small movements, jaw adjusting, eyes narrowing, skin tightening, like someone trying on a mask that didn't quite fit. Then it spoke again. This time, it used my voice. "Eli, it's okay, let's go outside." I couldn't breathe. I knew then it wasn't trying to scare us. It was trying to replace one of us. We ran. Inside the trailer, we slammed the door and shoved a chair under the handle. The walls felt thin, useless. I could hear it moving outside, slowly, patiently. Then came the knocking. 3 soft taps, too polite. "Open up," my voice said from outside. "You forgot something." Eli started crying. I covered his mouth. The knocking stopped. Silence. Minutes passed, maybe longer. Then footsteps walked away. Relief washed over me, until the radio on the counter turned on by itself. Static, then breathing, right next to my ear. A whisper followed, low and pleased. "I'll wait. You always come back." We didn't sleep that night. At dawn, we ran to the truck and drove until the desert disappeared behind us. I haven't been back since. But sometimes, late at night, my phone lights up with a missed call from my own number. When I check the voicemail, all I hear is breathing, waiting. And one night, I woke to my cousin Eli standing at the foot of my bed. "Did you forget me?" he asked. His eyes were mine, but his smile wasn't. I grew up hearing stories about the Appalachians, old tales of spirits, witches, and things that walked like people but weren't. I never believed them. Until the summer I decided to hike alone through the remote ridges near Roan Mountain. The first day was easy. Sunlight filtered through the trees, streams sparkled, and the air smelled like pine and wet earth. But as I climbed higher, the forest began to feel wrong. Sounds dulled. Birds stopped singing, even the wind seemed to vanish. By the second night, I realized I'd lost the trail. The map was useless. Everything looked the same. I made camp near a rocky clearing, trying to convince myself I wasn't scared. That's when I heard it. A voice, soft, whispering my name. "Greg. Greg." I froze. I was alone. There was no one. The voice came again, slightly different, now sounding like my best friend Jonah. "Come closer. Don't be afraid." I wanted to scream, but I couldn't move, and then I saw it. A figure emerging from the mist. Tall, thin, almost skeletal. Limbs bent at impossible angles. Its face, it shifted constantly, like it was trying to imitate something familiar. One red eye glowed from the dark void where a face should have been, and crooked antlers scraped the branches above. I ran. The forest seemed alive, twisting, trying to slow me down. But no matter which way I turned, I kept seeing it, sometimes behind me, sometimes ahead. Each time, it looked more human. One moment, it was my friend Jonah, the next, my older cousin. Then my own reflection stared at me from the shadows. It whispered, always whispering. "You can't leave. We're family now. You're just like us." I stumbled into a hidden hollow and froze. The ground was littered with old bones, some human, some animal. In the center, the skinwalker waited, perfectly still, antlers curved like twisted crowns. Its eye followed me, unblinking. I realized the truth. It didn't just hunt, it learned, it copied, it wore the shapes of the people you loved most, then used them to lure you closer, to trap you. And now, it was learning me. I ran blindly, crashing through underbrush, leaping over rocks, trying to remember the stories my grandmother told me. Never let it see your fear, never let it know your name. But it already knew. Every whispered word, every tremor in my voice, every thought I had, it knew them all. By dawn, I found a logging road and flagged down a truck. The driver didn't believe me, laughed it off, said it was just the woods messing with me. But I saw it one last time, standing on the ridge, its shape flickering between forms. My father, my dog, even myself. And then it turned, melted back into the fog, and disappeared. I should be safe now, right? I'm back home. I tell myself I survived. But sometimes, when I'm alone at night, I hear it whisper my name from the corners of the house, soft as the wind. And I know it's still learning me, waiting for the next time I wander too far, because the skinwalker never forgets. And one day it'll be ready to walk out of the mountains, wearing my face.